Imagine transforming a serene island known for its lush lavender fields and snowy ski resorts into a global tech powerhouse. That's exactly what Japan is attempting with Hokkaido, its northernmost island, in a bold bid to reclaim its place in the $600 billion semiconductor industry. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a nation that once dominated chip production but lost its edge decades ago truly compete with giants like Taiwan and South Korea? And this is the part most people miss. Japan's plan isn't just about building factories, it's about reshaping its economic future and national security. Hokkaido, often celebrated as Japan's agricultural heartland, produces over half of the country's dairy. Yet, beyond cattle and tourism, locals joke that the island has little else to offer, so much so that there's a saying, those who go to Hokkaido do so only to leave. But now, cranes dot the landscape, constructing factories, research centers, and tech-focused universities. The goal? To turn Hokkaido into Japan's answer to Silicon Valley, cheekily dubbed Hokkaido Valley by some. At the heart of this transformation is Rapidus, a government-backed company with heavyweights like Toyota, SoftBank, and Sony in its corner. Partnering with IBM, Rapidus has raised billions to build Japan's first cutting-edge chip foundry in decades. The government has poured $12 billion into the project, aiming to establish a massive semiconductor factory in the city of Chaitos. But here's the twist: Chaitos was chosen not just for its infrastructure but also for its natural beauty. Rapidus CEO Atsuyoshi Koike revealed to the BBC that the factory will be entirely covered in grass to blend seamlessly with Hokkaido's picturesque landscape. It's a unique approach, but will it be enough? Rapidus made headlines earlier this year by producing prototype 2 nanometers, transistors, a feat only achieved by rivals TSMC and Samsung. Intel, meanwhile, is skipping 2 nanometers entirely, jumping from 7 nanometers to 1.8 nanometers. We succeeded in manufacturing the 2 nanometers prototype for the first time in Japan, and at an unprecedented speed globally, Koike boasted. Yet, skeptics question whether Rapidus can scale up production to compete in a fiercely competitive market. A 2024 report by the ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office warned that funding falls short of the $31.8 billion needed for mass production. The Center for Security and International Studies, CSIS, added, Rapidus has no experience in manufacturing advanced chips, and there's no indication it can access the necessary know-how. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Japan's broader chip revival strategy seems to be following a playbook: build a foundry, and an ecosystem will follow. TSMC, for instance, is already producing chips in Kumamoto, on the island of Kyushu, transforming the local economy. Rapidus is partnering with Hokkaido University to train workers, though it admits reliance on foreign talent will be crucial, a challenge in a country with low public support for immigration. Japan's government is betting big, investing $27 billion in the chip industry between 2020 and 2024, a larger commitment relative to its GDP than the US's CHIPS Act. In late 2024, Tokyo unveiled a $65 billion package for AI and semiconductors, further fueling Rapidus's ambitions. Yet, this comes after decades of decline. In the 1980s, Japan produced over half of the world's semiconductors. Today, it's just over 10%. Trade tensions with the US and a failure to sustain subsidies are often blamed for this fall from grace. But is Japan's gamble too little, too late? With a shrinking population, an aging workforce, and a severe shortage of semiconductor engineers, an estimated 40,000 needed in the coming years, the odds seem stacked against it. Still, Koike remains optimistic. The government and local authorities are united in supporting our industry to revive once again. Global demand for chips is skyrocketing with the rise of AI, and Japan's automakers are pushing for reliable, domestic production. Securing control over chip manufacturing is now a national security priority, especially amid geopolitical tensions between China and Taiwan. We want to provide powerful, high-value products from Japan once again, Koike said. So, will Hokkaido's transformation from an island of flowers to a global chip hub succeed? Or is Japan's dream of reclaiming its tech glory days just that, a dream? What do you think? Is Japan's bold gamble a recipe for success, or is it fighting an uphill battle it can't win? Let us know in the comments.